परिवार।
Thanks for staying with us on DD India. You're watching Doctor's Chat, a special COVID series. I'm Sakal Bhatt, and today we're going to put in perspective a novel adenovirus vector intranasal vaccine for COVID-19. We're going to examine its impact on the broader immune response. We will also try to understand the nitty-gritties and significance of intranasal immunization. Remember, as we speak, the trials are underway. Subject to the nod and subject to the success of these trials, what is going to be the likely impact when intranasal vaccines will be administered on the larger picture when it comes to vaccination program and most importantly containment of COVID-19 virus. We're going to talk about all that, and we're very glad to have with us on the show Dr. Sanjeev Sinha, somebody who is himself part of the entire intranasal vaccine trial process. Let me quickly welcome and also at the same time thank Dr. Sanjeev Sinha from Department of Medicine, AIIMS, for joining us on this episode of Doctor's Chat, wherein we were going to basically examine the nasal vaccine and its impact. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I'm going to quickly start with a direct question. What do we understand by intranasal vaccine? Where have we reached in terms of its clinical trial and its impact on the broader immune system?
Thank you very much for inviting. Good evening. I just want to tell about the nasal vaccine. This kind of vaccine, which is having a adenovirus vector, and we use it in the nose. We use through nose. We give one drop in each nose, each nostril, and then after 4 weeks we give one more dose. So it is kind of 2-dose vaccine that we are going to use in the future if it is going to trial is going to approve by DCGI. So right now this trial is multicentric and going on in different sites in our country, about 10 sites in our country. And what we are doing, we are taking in one arm Covaxin injection, and the other arm we are taking the nasal vaccine, and we are doing mix and match also.
Okay.
So plan is there. If we succeed in the future, then we can use this vaccine in the adult age group very efficiently, because this is not going to give through injection. It is going to give through nasal route, and that is going to help in the remote areas also where we don't have all the facilities. And this kind of vaccine doesn't require any expertise, because it can be delivered by anyone through nose. So route of entry is also very good. So I would like to just tell, this is kind of non-invasive, needle-free vaccine and easy to administration, and does not require any healthcare worker. It can be given by anyone. And elimination of needle-associated risk, like sometime we give vaccine through needle or injection, it can cause local abscess or local side effect or local allergy in some person. So, and this will have high compliance also, because this can be given at home also. A healthcare worker can go and deliver at home also. So compliance will be better as compared to the injection. So that is the main aim of this nasal vaccine. And I would like to tell here that this vaccine we give through nasal. Behind this is one more important thing, because COVID virus entered through body either through nose or oral cavity or through eyes. So nasal entry is most common entry. So this vaccine it create the local immunity, and it kind of make a barrier against COVID virus. So it just block the entry of virus also from the nasal cavity.
And how does it really stimulate a broad immune response? What are the studies telling so far in terms of its response?
So if you see, what is like theory behind it, it is intranasal vaccine that stimulate a broad immune response, and in terms of the neutralizing IgG and mucosal IgA and T cell response. So there is kind of broad immune response, and this immune response at the site of infection in the nasal mucosa is essentially for blocking both the infection and transmission of COVID-19. So this is kind of a theory behind this nasal vaccine, or science behind this nasal vaccine, that is going to help in the future if we get approved by TCGI.
If you could just share some insights with our viewers as far as the clinical trials are concerned, because you yourself are involved in those trials.
Yeah. So still trial is ongoing. As I said, we are just using Covaxin, which is already approved by DCGI in one arm. Another arm we are using intranasal, and then we are giving mix and match, like baseline we are giving Covaxin, and after 4 weeks we are giving intranasal vaccine, and in one arm we are giving baseline intranasal, and after 4 weeks we are giving Covaxin. So this kind of mix and match, and one arm we are giving only Covaxin.
How have the results
we are giving only intranasal vaccine.
Results?
So still we are waiting for the result. Still we are waiting for the data, because data have not yet released. Trial is ongoing and still study is not completed. So we have to just wait for 1 or 2 months, then we can tell about how.
So what we understand that so what we do understand, Dr. Sinha, is that the intranasal immunization can actually create an immune system which starts with your nostrils. And response, the first point of response is the nose, which is the point of the entry of the virus. So is it more effective than the other ways of administering vaccine, like by injecting? Has this been found more effective?
Definitely it is going to be more effective, because it causes kind of local entry of the virus. It blocks the local entry of the virus, and that is going to help to the to the public, because this virus enters in the body through nose. That is the most common entry, route of entry in the body, and other, as I said, through oral cavity and eyes. So definitely this is going to be superior as compared to other form of.
So can this be called a game changer if you get a nod after subsequent trials? Do you think this is going to be a big game changer in terms of meeting the high demand of vaccines across the country?
Yeah, definitely, I think so. But this all depends on the data. So we have to wait the data, and once data comes out, then we can tell you definitely what kind of results are there, and based on that we can say you further.
Okay, Dr. Sinha, now we're looking at a very hectic festive season ahead. We talked about you helped us made understand intranasal vaccine and the nasal immunization, which, as far these trials are concerned, has yielded positive results. Now, what is your assessment of the current COVID situation, though the numbers are increasingly diminishing, if I may be allowed to use the word, but at the same time, experts like you on our shows regularly, suggest that we should not let our guards down. But again, we're looking at Diwali, we're looking at festivals. What would be your key do's and don'ts?
Yeah, so this is a very important question. I understand that now we are having Durga Puja, we are having Durga Ashtami, and after that we'll have Diwali, then we'll have Chhat Puja. So lots of festival coming up. So my message is here that we have to take care, we have to follow the appropriate COVID behavior, because in coming weeks we'll go for festival and there will be crowd, and people will come close, and they will not, sometimes they were unable to follow the appropriate COVID behavior. So my message is, avoid going in crowding. If you are going there, then follow appropriate COVID behavior in terms of using face masks, in terms of keeping proper social distancing, and in terms of hand hygiene. So these three things are very important. And one more, like keeping respiratory hygiene also. So we have to follow that. And if you see regarding the number of patients, so you can see that Kerala is still having around 6,000, 7,000 patients every day. Earlier it was around 30,000, now it is coming down and it is less than 10,000 now per day. So it's still, you can see that Kerala is still having a kind of second wave going on that is not still finished. We are just thinking that within 3-4 weeks there will be this wave will come down and then we can have control in the Kerala. But we can we are having so many festivals coming up, so we have to be very careful. Otherwise, there could be third wave. So one have to be understand about the appropriate COVID behavior. One more thing I would like to tell here that we have been given more than 95 crore COVID vaccine doses all over country. And currently, if we see that as per current rate, if we keep on giving this vaccine, so we'll cover around 40% at the end of December. We can give 40% people both the doses at the end of December. So aim of the government is by end of December is 60%. People population have to be vaccinated and have to receive both the doses. So that is another important thing. We have to increase the number of vaccination every year. And we have seen in the first dose, in first and second wave, the person who have received doses, COVID vaccine doses in January, February, they have not affected more in the second wave, like in April and May, June. So we have found that who have been vaccinated, they have either no COVID disease or they have very mild disease and they did not require ICU or they did not have any serious illness. So this is very important to understand that COVID vaccine is very important right now to, end this pandemic.
We're going to take a short break here on Doctor's Chat. We are talking about intranasal vaccine and its impact on the broader immune response, and also what makes intranasal immunization a game changer, subject to the trial and the final approval. On the other side, we're going to take this discussion forward. Stay with us.
Your window to rising India. India's voice on global platforms. Latest news from India and around the world. In-depth analysis of global headlines. Watch DD India in your country. Available for downlink in Middle East countries. STTV broadcast is available through the satellite GSAT 17 at 93.5 degrees east. HDTV broadcast is available through the satellite GSAT 10 at 83 degrees east. For technical details, scan here. Switch to DD India now. With the world's largest COVID vaccination drive, India is leading the way. As the vaccine reaches every corner of the nation, do not forget the mantra, Dawai bhi, Kadai bhi. Let's continue our fight against COVID-19. Vaccination along with social distancing, sanitization and masks.
Mask up, India!
Put your mask on and cover your nose and be safe.
Mask Up India.
You're saying that even the situation has eased out by and large, but vaccines in near future, COVID vaccines in near future are going to play increasingly important role, and in that sense, intranasal vaccine is going to be one-stop solution. Do you think it's going to help majorly in maximum in our entire vaccination program at the national level? And also, because the world is also looking at us when it comes to this vaccine.
Yeah, definitely. Recently, Prime Minister said same thing in the UN. When he went to the USA in September.
Some make vaccines in India.
Yeah. So, nasal vaccine, one of the hot topic nowadays. And currently we are doing trial in the adult, and very soon we'll get the permission from DCGI. Then we can do trial in the children also, because children also required vaccine. And there is a good news today from the DCGI that subject expert committee have approved the co-vaccine for use in 2 to 18 years old children. So that is another good news for today. But it is pending for DCGI approval. So once DCGI will give the approval, then we can use this vaccine in the children also. Another important vaccine like Jaco VD, that is recently approved by DCGI for use in the children more than 12 years of age. So that is also going to become very soon in the market, and that will provide about more than 30 crore doses. So this is another important vaccine that is made by DNA. This is DNA-based vaccine. This is DNA platform-based vaccine. And this is one more important thing I would like to tell about this vaccine, that this is needle-free vaccine. We are going to use PharmaJet technology, that is just penetrate the skin without giving the needle, and this will go inside the tissue and then it will be effective. So this is another important thing.
Okay, I have two quick questions. Yes, I have two quick, because why is it called DNA vaccine? A, B, subject to approval, will it require special expertise for administration at home?
Regarding Jaco VD, you're talking about Jaco?
Any nasal vaccine, whichsoever gets approval. Nasal vaccine. Nasal
vaccine, only one vaccine, that is by Bharat Biotech International Limited. That trial is going on, and this is adenovirus-based vaccine, adenovirus vector-based vaccine, and that trial is going on, and very soon result will come up. Then we can tell you in detail what kind of we are using intranasal route, that we know, and that going to be help to all the persons. And your question, like it can be give at home, so definitely we can give it at home.
And why is it called a DNA vaccine?
No, this is not DNA vaccine. This is adenovirus vaccine.
What is DNA vaccine?
Vaccine is another vaccine, that is Jaco VD vaccine, and that is recently made by Zydus.
Zydus, yes.
So so this is another vaccine, that is needle-free vaccine. We don't use needle in this vaccine, and this is recently approved by DCGI. And this we use a special kind of mechanism that is called PharmaJet mechanism. By that, we will this solution of vaccine will enter in the skin, and then it will go into the tissue, and then it will work against the COVID virus.
Any specific cases or in any specific medical situation, Dr. Sinha, that nasal vaccine will be recommended by doctors, or is it independent of any such thing whenever it gets approval?
So right now, all these things to be decided by DCGI because trial is going on. So we cannot tell you definitely what will be the mechanism. So we have to wait for data. We have to wait for DCGI approval. Then we can tell you what kind of method will be used by government.
But so far, the trials are yielding positive results for nasal immunization.
So we have not done data analysis. We have to just wait for that. Yeah.
Okay. I understand you are being a little careful and quite understandably so. Whatever information needs to be shared with public, only that particular information needs to be shared with public. Now, you know that point on your assessment. Because you yourself are in, part of the trial process and your assessment of the COVID situation. There are some states where still it is a matter of concern, somewhere in down south. But if you look at the other metros, including National Capital, what is the sense, Dr. Sinha, that you're getting? Numbers are declining. Numbers are definitely declining. And what do you attribute this to? Mass vaccination?
Yeah, definitely. Two things are very important. One is mass vaccination. I said earlier that the person who have received vaccine in January, February, they are not much affected in the second wave. And people who have not received the vaccine, they are more affected. So that is clear. Vaccine is working and there's a plenty of data now. If you receive the vaccine, then there will be less chances of getting COVID infection, and if you get the infection, it will be mild in the mild form. You will not have severe form of the COVID infection. You will not require hospitalization. That is clear now. Number two, appropriate COVID behavior. That is most important thing. Even if you are taking the vaccine, you have to follow the appropriate COVID behavior. You have to use the mask. You have to keep proper social distancing, and you have to keep hand hygiene. So these two things are very important to end this pandemic. So we are just waiting for that, and we are hoping for the best that there will be no third wave, and if there is a third wave, that will be very milder form. If we are following the appropriate COVID behavior, we are taking vaccine on the time.
Okay. So there is absolutely no need to panic because situation has.
There is no need to panic, but we have to follow the appropriate COVID behavior, and we have to take the vaccine. That is very important. Yeah.
And when do we? If you could just give us a sense, when to expect the final trial results of the nasal immunization or nasal COVID-19 vaccine trials?
So we are very hopeful by beginning of December, maybe another. Maybe about 2 months. Yeah, we are hopeful for that. It's depend on DCGI and depend on the results also. Once we get the result from all the center, then.
But the trials are moving in right direction. At least this.
Trials are moving in the right direction.
Okay.
I can tell you about AIIMS. The AIIMS trials are going to the right direction.
Okay, congratulations, and at the same time, best wishes to you and your team, whosoever is involved in the trial process. Final word, if you could just, your message to the viewers of Doctors Chat, not only with festivities around the corner, otherwise also, because important is not to let the guard down.
Yeah, so my message through you, through DD News, that everybody have to take vaccine on time. It's very safe vaccine. There is no side effect. We all doctors have taken vaccine and we are very safe. And my message is, please follow appropriate COVID behavior. Please use mask, do proper social distancing, do proper hand hygiene. And as said by our Prime Minister, dawai bhi kadai bhi. So follow that thing, and that is going to help you. And now this incoming festival, please enjoy your festival, but be careful, do proper social distancing, and don't go in much crowded place. And hopefully, if everybody is taking vaccine on time, so very soon we'll end this pandemic. And maybe next year we will not have this pandemic. This will change in the endemic. Yeah.
Very, very positive about it. But well, and since you are giving us such an it's very assuring coming from you. A quick one on the intranasal vaccine also. Your thoughts that you would want to share. Whatever.
I think it's a very good vaccine trial, and we are very hopeful that very soon we'll get this in our country. And trial is still going on. We are waiting for the final data and final approval from DCGI, and after that we can have this in market.
All right. On that note, thank you very much, Dr. Sanjeev Sinha, Professor of Medicine from AIIMS, New Delhi, for joining us on the national news broadcast DD India and on this show, Doctor's Chat. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much, Sakal. Have a good day.